From screaming high schoolers to people that are doing a special form of Kung Fu, and we have a Grandmaster with us who's going to be teaching some classes this weekend, and you'll get a sneak peek at some of the techniques that they'll be using coming up in just a few minutes.
This morning we're seeing a unique style of Kung Fu called Wing Chun. Now, first of all, we've talked about Wing Chun a number of times on our show. It's one of my favorite styles of Kung Fu. We've had Wing Chun demonstrations on our show. It's Bruce Lee's original style.
You got it.
Of Kung Fu.
So what's Christy have to do with it?
We're going to try it out.
Well, I love that Rick even has a list of favorite kinds of Kung Fu. This is something that I didn't know. There's a whole variety that you follow, but Wing Chun Kung Fu, the type of Kung Fu that we're going to talk about today, and Grandmaster Samuel Kwok joining us this morning. Thank you so much for coming all the way from London, correct?
Yes.
And you teach all over the world. How long have you been, mastering this?
I've been doing this art for over 40 years.
And what is it about this type of Kung Fu that makes it different from others?
It is very scientific. You don't have to be big and strong.
So other types of Kung Fu, you might have to be very physically built?
Yeah, they're suitable for any age. Like from children to adults. Even
your own instructor, right?
Yeah, my Sifu, my teacher, his father taught Bruce Lee, and he's 19 years old this year.
So 90 years old and still doing this?
Years old.
Oh my gosh.
He's still practicing, yeah.
So and you said it's also very good for the body, that obviously someone who's still going strong at 90 doing this, how does it help your body?
It's very good for your circulation, but most important is something we do is called chi sao.
Okay, what does that mean?
This is a form of exercise which is exercising, helping your brain and your reflexes and helping you how to relax.
Oh, wonderful.
How to cope with life better.
So it's a mind-body connection too, it sounds like. And this is something that we've seen a lot in films. Tell me about some of the films people might have seen this type of Kung Fu in.
This is the only style of Kung Fu that Bruce Lee did.
Okay, yeah. And you were trained by the man who trained, or the sons of the man who trained Bruce Lee, correct?
Grandmaster Yip Man. He's the guy who taught Bruce Lee. I trained with Grandmaster Yip Chun. And he's the son of the Yip Man.
And some celebrities in Hollywood, it sounds like, too, also enjoy doing this. Give us some names.
Robert Downey Jr. and Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Yeah, I've used the Wing Chun in the movies.
So you don't want to mess with Robert Downey Jr. or Nicolas Cage or Christy Siefkin, because I'm going to learn some techniques during our break, and when we come back, I might be demoing one. And don't mess with me once I've learned this, because it looks like what I'm going to learn is pretty intense, taking somebody to the ground, okay?
All right, Christy. We'll talk to you in a bit.
That's my favorite.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
I said, if I retire, that's the first thing I'm going to do is take Wing Chun and study Wing Chun.
I know, you've said that many, many times.
I just can't do it now because,
well, you've got a lot going on.
I'm tired.
It happens. It happens when you work full-time, doesn't it?
Yeah. Take a bite of that.
We got to cut it. That's
Good morning to you guys. We're back with Grandmaster Kwok, who is a Wing Chun Kung Fu master, and he's demonstrating some self-defense techniques. And when we come back in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you a few of them. They'll demonstrate the hard ones, but I'll show you what I've got up my sleeve as well. Stick around, guys. You guys, we're back with Grandmaster Kwok, who's demonstrating, well, you can see, completely blindfolded, defending himself. Gentlemen, do you know what this technique is called?
It's called chi sao.
Chi sao. And is that something you guys have learned to do in your classes locally?
Yes, we have.
Do you practice with your blindfold on?
Occasionally.
This is Steve, by the way, in the background, who's giving us our answers. Thanks for joining us, Steve. Grandmaster, we'd love to steal you away for a moment so that we can demonstrate something else. This board that I'm holding here, guys, you've probably seen in lots of movies that someone grabs the board and they break it. I've checked to make sure it's not a trick board. There's no crack. There's no line through the center of it. And you're going to break this, correct, with the help of Steve? And this is a lot harder because you're not having it held stable, correct?
Yeah, because in Wing Chun we can have a lot of power in short range.
Okay.
It's the same as like Bruce Lee. It's called an inch punch. So I'm going to...
The inch punch, so very close to it and quickly.
Do it from about here.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see your inch punch. Give it to us. Whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Peace.
Huh? I fortified it. Woo! There we go. Round of applause for Grandmaster. Are your knuckles bleeding at this point from that? Do you have any splinters or anything?
My knuckles fine.
A little bit pink. There we
I just read a lesson about American wood.
There we go. And I feel like there might be somebody who's trying to attack me right now. I don't know. I don't feel very safe here. Grandmaster, I'm going to give you the microphone. This gentleman, I don't really know what's going on, but we're going to demonstrate. If he's approaching me, if he were to come to me, yeah, the backup technique. That's my technique. Run this way. This is something you guys could do at home. And then we punch, 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 punch. Good job. Hold that pose, by the way, and slowly fall down because I'm not quite a master at it yet. But thank you guys so much for your help. We've got the details about the lesson on our website. Back to you guys in the studio.